Hello everyone and welcome to a new video of Your Polyglot Academy. Today we're continuing our series on how to learn French in 50 days with Esimal, and today we're continuing with lessons 17 and 18, so let's go. Now firstly we're going to start with lesson 17, and as always there's going to be a dialogue, so please make sure to listen to it twice, and if you're ready, let's go. Here's the dialogue.
17e leçon. Quels sont vos projets?
Dites-moi, quels sont vos projets pour demain? Il y a une nouvelle exposition à la piscine que j'ai très envie de voir. Vous voulez venir avec moi?
Je ne suis pas sûr. Je dois aller chez le médecin cet après-midi.
À quelle heure est votre rendez-vous?
Assez tard, vers 16 ou 17 heures. Ça ne laisse pas beaucoup de temps. Mais on peut y aller aujourd'hui si vous voulez.
Pourquoi pas? Quelle heure est-il maintenant?
Il est presque 13 heures. Très précisément, 12h45.
Donc, nous avons le temps. L'expo ferme à 18 heures.
Quelles sont les choses à voir? Et quel est le titre de cette exposition?
Le sujet, l'objet et l'eau. Très profond, mais pas très clair.
Now, did you understand everything or at least most of it? I hope so. If that's not the case, here's a translation of the dialogue. So, it's the 17th lesson, and the title is, What are your plans? Tell me, what are your plans for tomorrow? There is a new exhibition at La Piscine that I really want to see. Do you want to come with me? I'm not sure. I have to go to the doctor in the afternoon. What time is your appointment? Quite late, around 4 or 5 o'clock. That does not leave a lot of time. But we can go today if you want. Why not? What time is it now precisely? It's almost 1 o'clock. Very precisely 12:45. So we have time. The exhibition closes at 6 o'clock. What are the things to see, and what is the title of this exhibition? The subject, the object, and water. Very deep, but not very clear. So that was the translation of this dialogue. Now, there are some remarks on the new vocabulary and also on some expressions, so let's dive into them. Firstly, the interrogative adjective quel is the equivalent of what or which. Quel est votre nom? What is your name? Like all adjectives, it agrees in number and gender, with the associated noun. Quelle heure, quelle chose, with an e at the end for feminine nouns, and also with an s for plural ones. For greater detail, see lesson 21. Now, on the second remark, several English words ending in ect come from French via Latin. So, to find a French equivalent, simply remove the c. Thus, a project would become un projet, a subject un sujet, an object un objet, etc. So this is the case for lots of words. On the third remark, and this is a very useful phrase, very useful expression, il y a, literally it there has, is an invariable construction that basically means there is or there are. Il y a une exposition, there is an exhibition. Il y a deux choses, there are two things. Now be careful when used with an expression of time. Il y a, it means ago. So for example, il y a 3 jours would mean 3 days ago. We'll see this again when we learn the past tense. However, I would recommend you to learn how to use il y a in order to say that there is something or that there are some things happening around, because it is a pretty useful expression. It is very easy to learn and you can use it. I mean, you hear it all the time while speaking with French people, so you're gonna need it. So I would recommend you to learn it. Now, on fourth one, avoir envie de, the root of our word envy, means to want to feel like. J'ai envie de voir mes cadeaux. I want to see my presents. Now, envie is invariable, but the verb avoir has to be conjugated. See lesson 21 for greater detail. The construction is also very similar in form to avoir besoin de, which we already covered in lesson 11. For greater details, see lesson 11 note 3. Now, on the fifth remark, devoir means both must and to have to. So you can see that French makes no distinction between the two notions. The verb is irregular. Je dois, tu dois, il, elle doit, nous devons, vous devez, ils doivent. Any verb immediately following devoir is in the infinitive. as we already saw for pouvoir, for example. Il doit aller. He must or he has to go to. On the sixth remark, the 24-hour clock is used not only in official or formal settings, but it is also frequently found in ordinary conversation too. See lesson 21 for more. And on the seventh remark, many words, especially long ones, are abbreviated in everyday usage. The process is known as apocope. So rather than une exposition or le petit déjeuner, for example, it's common to hear une expo and le petit déj. Although you should avoid using such familiar terms, it's very important to recognize and also understand them. So please make sure to pay attention to them. And if you don't have any questions or whatsoever, and if you would like to kind of understand more the vocabulary, then please do the exercises. So this is exercise number 1.
Exercice 1. Traduisez.
Le rendez-vous est à 17 heures.
Ça laisse beaucoup de temps.
On peut aller à l'expo demain.
Vous voulez venir avec moi?
Pourquoi pas?
Désolé, mais nous n'avons pas le temps.
And this is exercise number 2, where you will have to fill in the missing words. And if you would like a solution of these exercises, then either contact me or simply leave a comment with your own solutions so that I can correct them and then you will get the right ones. Now, if you don't have any questions or doubts or whatsoever, then let's move on with lesson 18. Now, as always, first we're going to start with the dialogue, and as always, make sure to listen to it twice. And if you're ready, let's start. Here's the dialogue.
18e leçon.
Prenons rendez-vous avec le banquier.
Bonjour, Monsieur Castille. Nous voulons prendre un rendez-vous avec vous.
Est-ce que vous pouvez venir le mardi 22 mars? Je suis libre entre 9 h et 11 h, ou plus tard dans la journée.
Non, nous sommes pris toute la semaine, du lundi 21 au vendredi 25. Avez-vous une autre date? En mai, par exemple?
Je regrette, mais n'est pas possible, à cause des ponts. Je ne peux pas vous voir avant le mercredi 30 juin. Mon emploi du temps est très chargé.
Mais nous sommes en voyage en juin et juillet.
Moi, je suis en vacances au mois d'août. Je prends l'avion le jeudi 12 pour aller aux États-Unis.
Septembre est hors de question, à cause de la rentrée scolaire.
Et en octobre, j'ai déjà 3 conférences et un stage de formation. Novembre?
Ce n'est pas un bon mois. Mes parents passent 3 semaines chez nous.
Attendez, je peux vous proposer le samedi 25 décembre ou le dimanche 26. Mon agenda est enfin vide.
Now, I hope that you understood most of it. It wasn't an easy dialogue, but we're slowly getting into more advanced conversations. Now, here's a translation of the dialogue. So it's the 18th lesson, and the title is Let's Make an Appointment with the Banker. Good morning, Mr. Castille. We want to make an appointment with you. Can you come on Tuesday, the 22nd of March? I'm free between 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock, or later in the day. No, we're taking the whole week, from Monday the 21st to Friday the 25th. Do you have another date? In May, for example? I'm sorry, May is not possible because of the long weekends. I can't see you before Wednesday, the 30th of June. My schedule is very full. But we are traveling in June and July. Me, I'm on holiday in the month of August. I'm flying on Thursday the 12th to the United States. September is out of the question because of the new academic year. And in October, I already have 3 lectures and a training course. November? It's not a good month. My parents are spending 3 weeks with us. Wait, I can offer you Saturday the 25th of December or Sunday the 26th. My diary is empty at last. So this was the dialogue. And of course, there are some remarks on new vocabulary and also on expressions that didn't come up until now, so let's cover them. On the first one, la journée, the day, refers to the period between dawn and dusk. Toute la journée means the whole day or daytime. rather than a specific day or moment in that day, for which we use le jour. For example, le jour de mon mariage, the day of my wedding. A common and useful leave-taking expression is also bonne journée, which means have a good day. Now, on the second remark, by now you're familiar with the partitive articles de, de la, and de, which are going to be reviewed in lesson 21. But de also means from, as we already saw in lesson 3 with the example il est de Nîmes. When talking about a period of time, from to till, we say de à, as we saw in this lesson. For example, de 9h à 10h would be from 9 until 10 o'clock. But if the following noun is preceded by le, la, or les, the partitive becomes du, de la, or des, respectively. For example, le lundi et le jeudi, you would say du lundi au jeudi, so from Monday to Thursday. Now, on the third remark, regretter, to regret, can be used in conversation when refusing something politely. Je regrette, mais je ne peux pas venir demain. I'm sorry, but I can't come tomorrow. Now, on the fourth one, charger, the adjectives and past participle of charger, to load, is one of les faux amis, or false friends, discussed in lesson 7. Used in connection with a timetable or program, it means to have a heavy schedule or to be very busy, in other words, laden with work. On the fifth remark, en voyage has a broader scope than its English cognate, referring to travel in general, rather than just a sea voyage. It basically means a journey or a trip. Les voyages en bus est très long. The journey by bus is very long, but it can also refer to travel in general, une agence de voyage, a travel agency. Now be careful not to confuse une journée, note 1, with a journey, as they mean completely different things. And now finally, on the sixth remark, other examples of faux amis, see note 4, include en stage, a course or an internship, and la formation, training or continuing education, and en agenda, on line 13, schedule. It's important to remember these false cognates because they can have very different meanings from one language to the other, despite their similarity. So please make sure to pay attention to this. And if you have any questions or whatsoever, just feel free to leave a comment. And if that's not the case, then please do the exercises as they're very important for you to internalize what you've just learned. So this is exercise number 1.
Exercice 1. Traduisez.
Nous sommes libres toute la journée, de 8h à 18h.
Est-ce que nous pouvons prendre rendez-vous avec vous aujourd'hui?
Je suis en voyage au mois d'août. Je vais aux États-Unis.
Avez-vous une autre date à proposer?
Je regrette, mais non.
Au revoir et bonne journée.
Bonne journée à vous aussi.